How about we check out some more of this brand new World of Horror update from yesterday. This time, completely vanilla, no mods whatsoever, everything we see is in the game, so the new content will have a dramatically higher possibility of showing up. Also, this option here that I kept checking, it didn't disable modded content, it disabled base game content so that you could test modded content. But the button itself didn't work, and base game content was still showing up even when I had this activated. So the button does nothing, like many buttons in World of Horror. It's just a button you can press for fun. I also stopped for just a moment and read these notes, indicating that the illegal den now allows you to hire new followers, which is necessary for one of the achievements. So let's simply head back in and earn that achievement effortlessly. Gonna do the same thing I did last time when trying to get that achievement. Become the idol. Give myself scars. I love scars. Last time I put it on pathetically easy difficulty. This time we'll try slightly harder difficulty. Like regular easy. The game essentially has a super easy mode and a super hard mode. We'll give the game a practically fighting chance, but not really. And we'll go for Ithotu this time. I've got scars, so the benefit of Ithotu is neutralized. And some of my followers should also neutralize negative effects after I purchase them. So, load my presets. Once again, give myself the History Club. This time, the illegal den. We have access to it. This is a particularly good character for doing this because she also has very high perception. And the box cutter, the brand new box cutter weapon, is perception based. So we can also experiment with that a little bit. I absolutely insist on getting the box cutter and a whole bunch of allies before we do anything at all. Thankfully, we have a ton of money. So our mystery is not really gonna matter. We got just classic mysteries. There are no new mysteries added here, as far as I've been able to determine. But you never really know. The new content added is a little more arcane than a lot of previous patches have been. At least from my vague perusal of what it entails. I got the A ending simply for collecting the improvised flamethrower. I didn't use it, but I still got the ending. That's pretty cool. Mermaids are tempting. Let's see. Yeah, this works out nicely. I just don't want anything too challenging in my way, because I'm not even going to attempt to investigate the mystery at first. First things first, the History Club. We want the thing that gives us faster attacks the more allies we have. Because we're gonna end up with a lot of allies. Hopefully I don't kill myself with Doom before the run even starts. Oh, my stats are so absurdly high I can just sell them for Doom reduction. With no regrets. I think I've seen every of the abilities specific to this character, besides the one I'm going for. This is shockingly bad luck. classically bad stream luck. Okay, here's one that I hadn't seen before. Permanent stat bonuses whenever we fire an ally. That's valuable. It's not what I want. 20 tries. Still not getting what I want. There we go. I am famous. Oh, who's my ally? It's a mysterious janitor. It gives me 1 HP. Anytime I complete a mystery. He's a janitor, but he's also a truth seeker. In his off time. So now we got that. I don't think we need any particular weapons or anything. Let's go to the schoolyard first. Let's bring people in. Luck, cheaper pharmacy items, the drug dealer, everyone's favorite. I should have, yep, 5 experience. Spend on you. Wow. Tough cookie to crack. Okay. It is as I suspected. We're not allowed to just recruit more than 3 allies. So I started with 1, I recruited 2 more for free. But in the schoolyard, I cannot have anyone else. But at the illegal den, there I can certainly have more. So here's the student on the rooftop. She's been here for many, many patches, but she's never done anything. And she's still not doing anything. She whispered, "Clap bow," when we arrived. We still don't have a telescope. There's no telescope in the game. She say, no, she just says clap bow again. Interesting. Well, that's leading to something, but I kind of figured it would be more understandable. Like I said, arcane stuff in the latest update. 38% Doom, and I've done nothing yet. Got a steak knife. It's actually a pretty good starting weapon. Let's hit the illegal den. It costs additional Doom to hire allies here at the illegal den now. A new feature added to the illegal den. So let's recruit the Rock. +2 strength. Like I said, everything we're seeing here is vanilla. It's in the base game if you just download it. No mods required. Okay, double available funds if we fire him. That's good, so I'm going to fire him. And then I'm going to hire you. It's very uncommon that we'll be in other world locations, but whatever. I'll take her. All we need to do is take her to the end of the game. Now, I have 60% Doom, so things aren't looking fantastic, all things considered. Trading funds for Doom reduction is very well worth it. Yeah, -5 reason, screw it. That'll probably do it. Now, it seemed like perhaps our scars reduced the damage there, because we did not take 5 reason damage, and we certainly did not take 6 stamina damage. Damn you and your blue gem. This palette that I'm using right now is called Shiba for some reason. I thought maybe that would make sense when we saw the Shiba Inu shopkeeper, but no. Still incoherent. Shibas are not typically known for being green or whatever this pinkish color is. Salmon colored. Not in my experience, anyway. Well, I gotta keep investigating the school. Because I need to kill the specific person who drops the box cutter. I have so many allies. It's ridiculous. If we ever get into combat, we should be able to just annihilate everything. Okay. Girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she's getting closer. It's the young witch. We need to deal 10 damage to her. That is 10 damage to the young witch, giving us the box cutter. Now what's confusing is that it already says it's broken. But it seems like there's a mystery around breaking it. There's even an achievement related to breaking it. I don't know how to solve this mystery. So I just want to have this around in case I come across whatever will break the box cutter even further. But I have no idea what it is. I'm not someone who looked it up. I don't know any more than you. I probably know less than you. Plus 2 funds. I already had plenty. So I did, off-stream, try throwing the box cutter at an enemy. Did not break it, it just made it disappear. Same as throwing anything else. I tried discarding the box cutter. Did not break it, just made it disappear. So those don't work. It's gonna end up being an event or a specific location where I have to do something. I think this has been redrawn. Pretty sure it used to just be like the eye staring at you, but now it's trying to cram a finger in there as well. And there's a slight Dutch angle to it. I was correct about Yuri's art being redrawn. That much was in the patch notes. Yuri. Jury, the character we played as last time. I don't need more money. Take a money. This only applies to our character, the idol, whose name I always forget. Could be anything. Insert the name of your favorite idol here. Dex check success. Our stats are also really good, ridiculously good. We could end this run with straight 8s. With a little bit of luck. Steal his gun. This will give us experience. I think this... Okay, +2 reason, that's also worthwhile. We're just doing the ramen thing again. Eagerly await the day when they do something interesting with this quest. Here's Miku. Miku's gonna regret showing up today. Yeah, that's probably as deadly as we can get. And she's extra vulnerable to slashing. And she gives me a prescription. That is totally useless because I've already unlocked Miku. Cannot investigate the meat. So nothing special happens. And nothing special happens if you do investigate the meat. Weirdly enough. I don't get why both endings to that mystery have the same effect. We actually need stamina back this time. That's rare. Really, we're gonna need Doom way down. Very, very, very down. Well, hopefully we just don't get hit with anything that increases Doom dramatically. The Lighthouse has a few events that are likely to increase our Doom. So I should probably be a little careful about that. Also, doing too many investigations will lead you to a lot of doom. This brings down doom a little bit. I was going to go to the shop and buy the map, which also reduces doom. Can't do that, and I don't have the hardware store. So I literally cannot get a flashlight or any light source at this point. Cannot pass that check, should it come up in the lighthouse. But otherwise, everything's going great. Consult with architecture student on the impossible angles and seemingly moving lines. I don't think I've ever had this option actually active for me. Ikumi starts talking about geometry theory. While it's boring, it helps you forget about the weird angles. Fair enough. Lovecraft's whole thing was non-Euclidean angles, which I assume he was like a dude who didn't know very much about math and believed that to mean impossible angles, because if you read the definition of non-Euclidean angles, that does sound like what it means. It means like angles that don't involve straight lines, etc. I don't know the definition. I probably should have looked it up if I was going to talk about it, but whatever. It simply means curves. He saw architecture with curves in it, and that blew his mind. Or rather, it blew the minds of all of his shallow characters that are all the same dude, all losing their minds in exactly the same way. Yeah, that was worth it. That's a level up. Perception is probably pretty solid, especially because I passed on my chance to get that flashlight that would have helped immensely. I regret everything. I even had my chance with the Shiba Inu. Totally blew it. I got the Innsmouth look. There are a bunch of new curses and other status effects added to the game as of the latest update. And I haven't seen any of them. I even unlocked a new one by causing Jury to get infected by the ghost that's chasing her. Break it down for 3 funds. Getting very good rolls so far this run. Plus 10 experience for a charisma check, naturally. Should be charisma check failure, surprisingly. My stamina is not doing well, but my stamina recovers twice as fast as my reason in between mysteries, so that's fine. Threat level increases can now be countered if you go to the police station and hire them to patrol certain areas. You're surprised to find a well-dressed man sitting on a rock in the middle of the forest. When you get closer, however, you discover that he's wearing a realistic mask that falls to the ground. Do you have a moment to speak about this product? Oh, it's the Dream Salesman. He's got Dream in his name. If I'm not mistaken, one of the achievements is to face 3 Dream enemies in a single playthrough. So we might be on our way to doing just that. I kind of want to see what his story is, but I'm probably going to murder him this turn. Spent his life selling lies to unsuspecting people. Now, these lies are everything he knows. They broke my jaw. Oh well. I don't need it to be an idol. I'm not the singing sort of idol, apparently. No solicitors. Okay. Guess I'll just take the cassettes, which don't do anything. Still. Unless they do. Nothing in the patch notes said anything about the tapes doing anything, though. I feel like they would go out of their way to denote such a massive change that people have been clamoring for years at this point. It's amazing that I bought this game years ago. And at the time, I felt like I was getting away with a robbery. Because it had so much content, all of it was such high quality. And it was only 15 bucks. And there's now like twice as much content, and it's still 15 bucks. Still not officially out. Everything I've received as additional content has been completely free for all this time. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made. We have no use for the tiny key, so I'm not even gonna go get it. All I really gotta do is win. I don't have any spells, and I wouldn't be able to cast them anyway, because my face is smashed. What do you want at the monument? 6 stamina, enjoy it. This is probably gonna be, oh god. Yeah, that's the last time I'm getting anywhere near the monument. Because that almost killed me. Need you guys restore stamina? Yes. So really, I just gotta win this particular run. Will be great. Like, if I complete this mystery, we're all set. And there's nothing particularly dangerous, except that I might get attacked in the stairwell by a ghost or a stalker. Extra doom. Not ideal. But we're closing in on the halfway point of the entire run. Should be able to kill this guy pretty quick. 50-50 chance with every single swing. But that's a lot of swings. I was too short. Ah well, I can spend reason. It is a currency at this point. This guy will bring our doom down, at the cost of additional reason. Well worth it. +1 dex. Well, that's what they're going to give me. I'll give myself 8 dex. Beautiful. Since I am guaranteed to fail several events in the lighthouse, it'll be a good thing I have straight 8s. I believe the camera increases our knowledge, but the camera is also purchased at the store that no longer exists. Okay, this is one of Thothu's acolytes, launching supernatural attacks at me on the street. I have high dex, so I've earned Thothu Flame. Thothu Flame now has increased damage, it used to do 7, and a reduced doom cost, it used to cost 3 doom. Thothu Flame was already fantastic, and it has been buffed dramatically. That's a weird choice, because Thothu Flame is already like one of the best spells you could possibly get. Now it's even better. So, let's recommend one of the allies. Kill him off. You avoid your friend's gaze when they get in the car with your manager. Sure, you'll never see them again. Our manager is a dangerous creep. Who do we lose? Well, not the Rock, the other person that I hired. That means I might have to go back and hire a second person. Because now I only have one hireling. It said hire 2 people and then beat the game. It didn't necessarily say make sure those 2 people survive to the end. But I don't really want to risk it. Wouldn't want to waste this fantastic run. Still haven't gotten contaminated water, which is literally the only thing that would bother me were I to get it. So, stamina's back where it needs to be. Even though I sold off, what, like 13 points of stamina for Doom reduction. Still doing just fine. Okay, the Freakish Fable, Frightening Flood, will not allow us to go hire anybody. I'm going to start by hiring Sato. Gain 2 spells if I fire them. I can't cast spells, but I also don't want to fire them, so you're coming with me. At the cost of making my Doom even more dangerous. Kinda want to do the Gossip, but the Gossip costs Doom. And that is not a resource I have to spend, whereas fighting Akamanto directly is just going to cost me stamina. But also, yeah, I think I'm going to have to do several things to increase my stamina at this point. Doing the math in my head, it seems to be critically low. And improving stamina normally causes Doom, but there's a way to do it without spending Doom. Okay, I'm not going to cast spells anyway. I do gotta do that twice, though. Regain 1 reason at the start of an encounter, -2 max reason. That's all positives in my book. Now I think we're doing just fine. I hope we're doing just fine. You never really know. Obsessed man. Probably not gonna live very long. Well, you're pretty hard to hit. I'll grant you that. So, I have to land 4 of these. Make that 3. Yeah. Hell, I'd actually only have to land 2 of these. Which I can easily guarantee. Thank you, Steak Knife, coming in clutch. Just hurling it in a dude's face. Okay, the Mask Festival. I had assumed this was a custom event. But no, it's a new event. Added with the patch. So... -2 funds. A sense of dread creeps over you. As the masked people are swarming through the store, filling their carts with food and survival equipment. You notice the goods' prices have already skyrocketed. You realize you need to act fast if you want to have any chance of survival. They're causing scarcity of necessary products, buying up all the toilet paper at the grocery store, and making it cost even more for us. I believe Akamanto does -2 all when he attacks. So we can't have our reason getting too bad. We can go to the other world, where we do have a slight bonus thanks to the architecture student. Let's see. -3 stamina, +3 is technically a good outcome. But my stamina was right about the bare minimum where I could survive. Perhaps simply taking some water will be enough. Well, I'm gonna go to the hospital, waste a little bit more doom, but get the painkillers. And I have a ridiculous amount of money, so I will unbreak my jaw and reduce my max stamina. Oh, my max stamina is like 18. I was not going to get that high anytime soon. The numbers are acceptable. +5 experience. Just a mundane robbery. Nothing at all to do with the Elder God. But sometimes they imply that it's part of a spreading mass hysteria. Even supposedly mundane misfortunes are influenced by the old god. Stumble to the computer room. Good opportunity to check the database. Check it indeed. It's full of pictures of me. Yep, and a scary guy. I'll take some blue paper. -4 stamina. Apparently they both do -4 stamina. Because I remember I took the red paper yesterday and it was -4 stamina. -3 all now. That's a bit unfortunate because I have a very low chance to hit. So if I brace, it should go down to a mere -1 all. So that we can wait out many, many turns. But we're such a ridiculously fast character that I can slash him twice for a total of 8 damage per turn. Guaranteed. That'll be a good way to start. And yeah, it's -1 on each. I can handle -1 each. $14 left. Pretty sure I can guarantee all these. No. Well, I mean, the smart thing to do would be to run this out another turn. Could risk it, try and save one more of each health resource, but whatever. There. Big guy's dead. This is actually a good way to reduce our doom, which I hadn't even really considered. But reducing our doom is ridiculously important. So I'll slap that on. It looks more surprised than sad when worn by the idol. Charisma's already through the roof. Luck doesn't come up, so you don't really gain much of anything here. I can cast spells again, but I get punished for it. So instead, I'll take the luck, I guess. Pump strength to 8. Still allowed to take baths. And we'll go for even more stamina. Because there's only one mystery left. I do get 3 stamina back per mystery I complete. This guy should be nice and dead. I probably should have recruited more allies now that I think about it. Oh, he survived. Impressive. Meet up with the expedition leader. Go do all the work. Can't escape the village as much as we'd like to. Pretty sure this doesn't do anything. Oh, there's something over here. Yeah, that's Kaibara Village off in the distance. Been there, done that. Yeah, the rock also doesn't do anything. Just a little texture. It's odd simply because not very many of the mysteries have things like that. But perhaps more of them should. Carefully enter the biology classroom. Room seemed empty at first until you switched the lights on. Lying in a pool of blood is one of the teachers with a fruit knife in their hand. There's a jar of formaldehyde on the nearest table, mesmerized by the spiral pattern. Step over the dead body and come closer. It's a very easy opponent. Sliced it up with a box cutter. I assume he, like, reached in there. Slashed up the creature inside. Research notes, if I'm not mistaken, just tell us where we have to go. Nope. Just a little flavor. I'll observe. Take that risk. And hit the forest. Nothing ought to stand in our way. You gotta help the dog. Even on a failure, it's worth it. But on a success, you get a new ally, which would have been fantastic. Yeesh. Not doing so hot. Thought I did 2 investigations of the forest. Interesting. We're in combat, so we gain 1 reason back. Now we need to deal 20 damage. I've had terrible luck getting the 5th hit required. Because we do, what? 3, 7... Yeah, 7 attacks. But I keep having 3 of them miss instead of just the 2 that I can afford. And this will bring a ton of stamina back at the cost of another status effect. There we go. That time I only missed 2. Flood's over here. I don't have the map, so Doom. Our level increases, but it doesn't matter. I got the Linguist. We are ready to roll. With a full party, so the boss can barely hurt me. And I do ridiculous damage with this box cutter. Nothing came up as, like, a hint at what might break the box cutter in the way that solves the achievement that I'm working towards here. Atrocious luck. Missed 5 times. So, now I'll take a look at them. Wonder if it'll actually tell me anything of interest. But I will also brace, guarantee a killing blow. So, yeah, the villagers heal the boss every turn. Fertility Goddess has been caring for Kaibara Village for centuries, asking for human sacrifices in return. Well, they generate plenty of humans to be sacrificed. So it's a perfectly fair trade, I think. And a 40% chance to hit, I just can't go all out as much as I'd like to. afford it. That would be 18 damage. Unfortunately, that leaves us with a third turn. Ah, Thotu. Where have you been all my life? Yep, that'll have to do. Although... yeah, we can only guarantee 3 hits, so instead... no, we can guarantee 2 of these very easily. And that, if I'm not mistaken, if I passed high school math properly, 2 7s gets us real close to a 14. Beautiful. 5 and 5 for stats. Now might be the time to go for a parting gift. I'll take the parting gift, I'll boost knowledge. Oh, contaminated water has finally struck. Well... we'll fire Student F. Reiko, go home, so that I can have lots of stats. Actually went to strength. Ah well. Didn't help, but I can only lose one of the events. And also the ones that I'm guaranteed to lose, like the flashlight. Doom, it actually ended up being pretty solid. All things considered, we're in pretty good shape. Considering that I brought down Doom so much. At the 7th threshold, losing 2 events will not kill me. We saw yesterday, I made it to the lighthouse and then immediately lost 2 events. I had 6 stamina. That killed me, because I did 3 stamina apiece. Should that sort of atrocious luck arise this time, no big deal. But it would have to be just astoundingly bad luck for it to matter here. Strength check. Still doing well. Here's our light source. Can't solve that, so 3 reason gone. Wall of photos. Let's see. Must have been Young Witch into Rioter. Unless the Dream Salesman got in the way between the two. Which might have been the case. Let's say it was the case. Nope. Always get that wrong. But I also wasn't paying very much attention to what mysteries I was doing. However, this one is so easy that I can still get it right. Even with such little attention paid. New achievement unlocked. Glorious. So that's easy mode. I made a lot of mistakes. I played very sloppily. Did a lot of ridiculous things to try and check out new content. Still won handily. And got an achievement. That means more new content is available. What do we have now? This earned us the Tainted Violin. Fair enough. Can't even fathom what that might do. Oh, we do have to do a Yashiro playthrough. On the highest difficulty. Second highest. We don't have to do Harbinger of Doom. Because that's just suicide. We have to go against Kathakatorisu. And we have to win. The winning is the hard part. Let's see. Now we'll take the medical history. It's a free level up as soon as you start. Yashiro does not have very good character-specific perks, to the best of my recollection. But our god has to be the spider. It must rain spiders upon us. The way Faith works is actually fairly simple. Oh, that's right. Yashiro takes a lot of experience to level up. Okay, here's what the crosses do. We can strengthen our resolve to gain faith, or doubt to intentionally lose faith, and reason and stamina. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That really empowers your control over the playthrough. Because you get increased stats and increased experience. Increased health stats and increased experience upon completing a mystery, if your faith is high. But otherwise, you don't get much out of faith. If your faith is low, you lose stats at the end of mysteries. But if your faith gets below -6, you gain strength and deal additional damage per attack. So if you're gonna have low faith, you might as well have extraordinarily low faith. Which you can now reasonably accomplish before you even begin combat. I will gladly take a fund to start out with. That'll get me a decent weapon. Because the knowledge weapons cost 2 funds apiece. Tempted to go for another spell. Rainworms is, it can be acceptable. So I will accept it. And I will recover a little reason. But as long as I boost faith a little bit during this run, I'll have very high max stamina, and I'll get 20 experience per mystery completion. As long as I can keep it above that level. Definitely need my extra fund. Now this is a crime. They changed the name of the sweater to Chupacabra Sweater. It used to just be called Good Taste. It has the monster from the video game Faith in the center. So the implication was that the video game Faith is a good game. And if you have good taste, you would enjoy it, like Yashiro here. But now it's just called Chupacabra Sweater. It's still got the reference, but I don't know, it's missing that punch. That A to C instead of the A to B that they give us now. I really liked the way it was. Also, apparently when they first changed it to Chupacabra Sweater, there was a typo in Chupacabra. But I missed that part. I just saw the patch notes say that it is spelled correctly now. Now, we've seen a lot of these mysteries very recently. As in the last run. Freakish Flood on our case again. We'll at least get that one out of the mix. I accept your terms, game. We'll start with... Doesn't matter. I'm tempted to just immediately tank my faith. So that I can get bonus strength, bonus damage. I mean, that's how I like to play. but that would also give me a bunch of penalties very early on. If we're going to get those penalties, we're probably going to want them later, if at all possible. And it is possible, so might as well go for it. Ugh. This dog wants to see me suffer. Keeps giving me the blue gem. Well, I still want the knife, or whatever knowledge weapon the occult shop decides to give me. Minus 100 experience. For a character that takes 120 to level up in the first place. Oh, and I still have no funds? Why do I have no funds? But I gain... Huh. What did I do? Oh, I recovered my stamina. Well, that was thoroughly unwise. Well, now nothing's going particularly well. That turned on a dime. Plus 3 reason. Or 3 doom. This run was on shaky ground already. I traded an extremely valuable resource for effectively nothing. So let's just do what I was gonna do. Destroy my faith. Become the anti-preacher. Try not to die in the process. It's easier said than done. What does preparation give me? A marked Bible. Resting. Regains extra stamina depending on our faith level. Wish I'd started doing that a little sooner then. So now when I rest... didn't give me any bonuses, but didn't give me any penalties either. Despite my devastatingly low faith. There. Negative faith. Bonus strength. And enough funds for potentially some kind of weapon. Let's see. Use a meat cleaver. If I have adequate funds, now I do. Could've got a freebie. The Violent Vigil is on our to-do list. I did not choose to go with that one first. More reason is essential, so thankfully that priest decided to give me some. Doom. We've seen worse Doom earlier in the game. We got a spammer in chat. Love to see those show up. That indicates that I'm really killing it. The old live stream front. How many times do I gotta block and report this guy? Ah. Well, Twitch's entire system sucks. What else is new? Not to worry. We will advance further in this mystery. And see what, if anything, occurs. Oh, -3 reason. Beautiful. I don't have a lot of faith in this run, you might say. You can have some blood if you want. I do gotta hit the village at some point. Important to be able to fight the boss. Hey, a small candle. It is significantly worse than what we already got, so... give me the money. Oh, I did not, actually get the dust that I need. And now I can't. That's gonna cost me 3 reason, which should be lethal. Unless I forget this spell. Let's see what happens. -3 reason, because all the patients are dead. I'm hanging on by a thread. Hard mode is always hard. And I've made mistakes. I'm playing a character that I'm especially bad at. For some reason, everything about Yashiro, I just can't seem to handle. Leads me to so many mistakes. Bad decisions and just things I base on incorrect assumptions. There's the Violent Vigil. Perception failure. Apparently you can't lose anything on that particular event. That's generous. They don't write them like that anymore. Nowadays, basically any event either costs you something or gains you something. No in between. Up. Picked the wrong choice. No black hair in my inventory. I think they want me to have, yeah, the pamphlet now. I don't feel like praying. I wonder if the Whispering Girl was in some way giving us a clue. Bow clap. I think that's what she said. We'll read the book. It did me no favors, unsurprisingly. Here's where we get the free cleaver. Fortunately, this guy can't put up much of a fight. Getting hit is what will naturally lower our faith. That is the main way to lose faith. Without just intentionally burning it off. Thing is, you lose the amount of faith as the damage you took. So if this was like a -1 all, it would be -2 faith when we get hit with it. Because it's only -1 reason, it would just be -1 faith when we get hit. I don't have a plan for taking this guy down. Save my faith, taken down one at a time. Absolutely need to win this 55% chance to hit. There we go. Won my coin toss. I live another day. There we go. I had to see that his corpse was gone. Another curse. Hallucinations finally showed up. Just -1 perception. It always sucks to lose a stat, but that's not too big a deal. We got it from Jury. Last I heard, Jury was not hallucinating the ghost that is pursuing her. But apparently maybe she is. Sotomora's face fell off. Oh, he no longer counts as human since his face fell off, meaning I don't get bonus damage against him. I probably wasn't gonna kill him anytime soon anyway. I do get bonus damage because it's slashing. They don't do very much damage regardless. +1 reason is apparently essential. What do we have in the pyramid? We have another injury. I got them all. Ooh, now my strength weapon is not especially good. I think maybe passing event checks is increasing my faith, which is bad. I need my faith low. Oh, I died. No way to bring this back up, really, yeah. I'm just dead. But I do have to finish out this fight. Dead or not, Akane must go with me. There we go. They institutionalized what little was left of me. Because I died of sanity lost first. So that was just the thing I was curious about. What I really want to do is take another crack at this. Mimi's little project. Real curious if I can get a good run of this going. Maybe I just used up all my bad luck. I hope so. And in order to facilitate a good run, I'm actually going to write down this. Guarantee the best possible results. So, we got the hand. I have gone out of my way to actually memorize what the things mean. I know what these symbols are telling me at this point. Just gotta write them down properly. So that's a dex check. But in this vaguely cheaty way, we shall be able to not get slaughtered by the lighthouse, if we get there. Takashi-san is dead last. As always, we have 6 of the possible events that will occur inside the lighthouse. That is almost always the case when I play this. By default, it's 5, but Heart of Darkness increases it to 6. And I always get Heart of Darkness for some reason. Now, there are only 8 possible events that can occur. So, the fact that they increase it to 6 means you're almost guaranteed to get basically everything you fear every time you go up that tower. At least until they add more possible events to the lighthouse. been a while since they've done that. The last time they did that, they added the Polaroid to indicate the second enemy you fought. That was not in the base release, but has been added in patches since then. So I do have to pass a dex check, but it's already a lost cause. So I might as well chop off my kneecap. You'd think you'd want to destroy the pain receptors in your brain first. But having that knowledge is actually very helpful to me because I have a knowledge-based weapon. Yeah. So we'll hold on to that. Yeah, these are ones to get earlier, all things considered. And that's what we're doing first. Kneecap down. Now we can just sort of ponder what Mimi is planning. What is she doing to herself that she needs a new joint, a wobblier leg, one less kidney, one more heart, saline eyes, and an alternate vestibular system. You trying to make herself into some kind of squid? I don't know enough about sea life anatomy to know what specifically she's building towards. And hurl myself into the other world. Not the worst idea. Get myself in a bad situation, just nope out of there. Maybe get myself a katana on the way. A katana would be worthless because I had 2 decks. See, I cut off my kneecap and I got -2 decks, but I had 5. Now I'm down to 2. I don't know if the math on that necessarily works out. Let's put on a fancy outfit to distract from our hideous wounds, which are only going to get more hideous with every passing moment. Okay, let's see what's the most manageable. A lot of boss fights here. Too many boss fights. School Scissors is very interesting, because it can potentially give us the best knowledge weapon in the game. But I'm also going to be dramatically reducing my knowledge at some point. There's a strategic balance to strike here. Still seeing a lot of boss fights. Basically 100% boss fights. But we might still get School Scissors somewhere. Evolving Eels is too good to pass up, and everything else is pretty easy. We'll actually start with a peculiar painting. And see how this treats us. Covered again. This time I got the sewing kit. Won the coin flip. I mostly just don't think there's anything that the Void can really give us that is of value. Here's our good friend Aimi. Aimi will restore reason if we don't get her killed. I think that's what her effect is. That is a valuable effect. -3 all on the Dream Eater. So he cannot be permitted to attack. And yet, I can't do much to stop him. That's something. Okay. Got a lucky hit. Relatively lucky. Now I can cut him down. And be on our way. Having lost very little. I kind of want a mask. I like fighting the mannequin, but demon mask, hard to pass up. +1 damage. -4 max stamina is a terrible choice, but +1 damage. Selling the kidney also reduces our max stamina by 3. So this might have been a catastrophic choice. Might have wanted to consider the long run there. 5 damage. Can't afford -2 all. I am permitted to escape. Goodbye, Rumu Ghost. Rumu Ghost is, I think, one of the hardest ghosts in the whole game, to my recollection. And all the ghosts are pretty difficult. +2 Doom. Yes, sticking with Amy. We have resources to spend. So we're gonna spend them. Hello, Pillar. A pillar of the community is about to fall. Not in one turn, though. I like my 82% chance to hit. The scalpel's up to 6 damage per hit. So 3 of these, and this guy's dead. And I can afford to boost each one. There. Oh, of course I would miss one. Classic. It was only a 70% chance. I fail most 70% chances that I don't take. -4 reason. Maybe he's dead, y'all. Valiant effort there, Mimi. Void me out of here. It didn't work. Did it charge me? No, it didn't. I can brace, that still does 2 reason. I can brace and forget the spell. That will allow me to survive 1 turn. Or I can just try and deface this painting. For 20 damage. I hit one of them. But then I died. Oh, yeah, they didn't even let me finish out the combat. Painting wins. I believe there is a slaughter rule, even when you have the option set to not kill you in the middle of an event. If you get too far into the negatives, it just, yeah, wipes you out anyway. So, not a ton unlocked in the achievements. And if we're honest, it's still hurting for new mysteries. And more new events. There seems to be very few new events added. So lots of new things you can do, but not a lot of indication how to investigate them. A lot of them seem to be based on random chance. So unfortunately, I don't have a ton to show off here in the new update. I'm probably never gonna beat Mimi's quest. It's really, really, really hard. Even going out of my way to figure out the system with the lighthouse. Which would have saved me last time. Didn't even come close to saving me this time. Didn't get me through a single mystery. Reign of Spiders is also pretty hard until I figure out Yashiro. I mean, I have figured out Yashiro, I just need to get good at the math. Break the blade, still indecipherable. 10 damage with a single kit seems to be somehow related to the box cutter, I don't know how. And 3 dream enemies would probably just involve going to a spot where a dream enemy can spawn and camping it. Just going there over and over again, hoping that enemy spawns 3 times in a row. I might end up having to do that, because usually the events, or the achievements, unlock a thing that then helps you get one of the other achievements. And thus far, neither of the easy achievements I've accomplished have unlocked anything that seems to lead to anything else. Maybe this weird violin does something of value, but so far, no good. Oh well. We'll definitely be back with more World of Horror, but right now, Dreadful Dreams doesn't have a ton to offer, not until I figure out more stuff. So I'll investigate, see if Rooftop Girl can teach me anything, see if I can unlock any of the many new weapons and items and spells that are now available. We'll see. Ooh, right, the new god. Yeah, whenever I get the new god, or at least figure out how to get the new god, that'll be worthy of a new run. I will see you at such time. Now, that's World of Horror. Thanks for joining me, and have a better one than Mimi just did.